Back to the channel. Chop it up in this live stream this fair morning, fine morning. Scant Rants, what's going on? It said Bob Arum must be. Oh shit! Hold on 1 second. Welcome back to the channel. All right. Scant Rants. Bob must be talking to Wilder haters and casual statements like this make me think. Damn, man, my dogs. Damn, my dogs. Hey. All right, sorry about that, man. I had to tell my daughter. I think my phone got here, man. My phone got broke, and I haven't had a phone in 2 days. Screwed it up, and then my dogs are barking all over the place. But all right, let's get into the chat now. Now we're ready to go. Scant Rat says Bob Arum must be talking to Wilder haters, and casual statements like this make me think he was in on it. Just slide it underneath the door. There's a big gap underneath it. Thanks. Almost showed the wrong side of that box. Almost showed the wrong side of that box. Yes, sir. Yeah, dude, Bob's full of shit. Hey, and somebody said in here, it's like Bob's full of shit. Cheating could be the signature mark of it. Should be the signature mark of his commercial of his thing. This is my problem with what Bob Arum said. I did a video about it. So if you guys got a chance to check out the video later on today, please do check it out when it comes out. But this is what Bob Arum said, man. Bob Arum said that the cheating was impossible in Vegas. First of all, what is he supposed to say, right? That's what he's going to say. Ugh. New phone, buddy. New phone. Got me a new phone. Ooh, that was a pain in the behind, man. Said KP from KC said, where was Margarito and Cotto won Fanon? Bob line asked. Oh, no, that was in LA. Here's the thing, though. That's KP from KC. You brought up a good point. Because the loaded gloves was not in Vegas. It was in Los Angeles is where the fight between Margarito and Shane Mosley took place. So he got caught in LA, but he had just fought and beat Kermit Citron and fought. I believe he also fought Paul Williams in Las Vegas, which tells you that he had at least 2 fights in Las Vegas with loaded gloves and didn't get. Oh, I'm sorry. The first Miguel Cotto fight. The Miguel Cotto fight where everybody pretty much knows he had loaded gloves, that was in Las Vegas, and he didn't get caught in Las Vegas. He got caught in Los Angeles. So not only does it not make sense to say that people can't get away with that in Vegas, Vegas has an example of Vegas not catching somebody that was caught in LA. So just saying that nobody could get, that it's impossible to get he's just talking about the loaded gloves. And then what he said about the water, dude, that's horseshit too. Because and I'm going to continue to call it a rumor. And this is why I'm going to call it a rumor. Because I ain't tying up Deontay Wilder in it. You know what I mean? I'm giving you my opinion about what I heard, not any particular facts. But if somebody's water's tampered, why couldn't they tamper the water while Deontay Wilder was in his dressing room? I mean, in his hotel room. Why couldn't somebody mess with his water in his hotel room? Why did the water have to be given when he was under surveillance of the Nevada State Athletic Commission? Right? It's like, dude, the reasons that he gave for it being impossible were silly. One, we already know people have fought in with loaded gloves without getting caught in Las Vegas. And number two, Deontay Wilder was drinking water. He stayed in the same hotel that the fight was in. And he came down from upstairs down to where the fight was. So he was in the same vicinity, but he had his own water for the majority of the day. So, I mean, it's just the thing. I keep staying with this. Exactly. Loaded glove is impossible, but Antonio Margarito got busted for it. No, Jeffrey Jerome, but what they're saying is this. What they're saying is that you could not have gotten caught in Las Vegas, that it might happen in other places, but it doesn't happen in Las Vegas. So Antonio Margarito didn't get caught in Las Vegas. He got caught in Los Angeles. He fought in Las Vegas, and they didn't find anything wrong with his gloves when he was in Las Vegas. But so you could say, well, maybe he didn't use the loaded gloves for Miguel Cotto. If that was the case, then the second Miguel Cotto fight should have turned out similar to the first Miguel Cotto fight. But it wasn't. Miguel and everybody associated with that thing knew pretty much like, oh, he got caught. He was using it before. Big Dog Willie said, PSA, public service announcements, Bugs, Dillian White, Leo Santa Cruz. Oh, Fanon, check out Paul Williams post-fight Margarito. He exposed him then. Yeah, and that was in Vegas. So, man, the idea that nobody can cheat is just so fucking silly, dude. Like, it's silly. It's more silly than people thinking the guy did cheat. You know what I mean? Much more silly. Is Drew Titan in the building? Drew, if you in the building, let me know if you in the building. Please stop talking to Paulie Malignaggi. Jesus Christ, Paulie Malignaggi pissed me off, man. And it's only because y'all keep talking to him that I would even know that he's saying stupid shit to piss me, that pisses me off, man. Like, God, dog. Drew, let me know, dog. You got to stop talking to him, dog, for real. He's driving me nuts. I don't have that much patience for stupidity. You know what I mean? And arrogance along with stupidity, dog, that's something tough to overcome. Delphaic prognosticator, even if they had the same referee for the fight, Miguel Cotto and Antonio Margarito, it was Kenny Bayless, incidentally one of Mayweather's most preferred judges. Even if they had the same referee as the Miguel Cotto, Antonio Margarito, it was Kenny Bayless. I'm not sure. You saying it should have turned out the same way? Dude, his gloves were loaded and everybody fucking knows it. Okay. It's just no disrespect to you. I didn't mean that. I'm just coming. I don't want, if I came too hard, let me say this again. Miguel Cotto had loaded gloves in Las Vegas, did not get caught, and everybody fucking knows it. So what the fuck are you guys talking about, dog? No, you know what I mean? Why did no? Just say you don't, because you don't know. The shit could have happened. Could he have got over? Yeah, he could have got over. Of course he could have. Of course he could have. Why? Because people are good at cheating. If you know the rules, you get creative and you find a way to cheat. But I got to get on this Paulie Malignaggi thing for a second, man. Okay? I have to. Public side service nation, fuck Paulie too. Dog, listen to this. Okay? I'm going to do this. Tell me if you're listening. Can I do something about this police violence thing real quick? I promise I won't take all day about it. But I gotta do it. Cotto or Margarito? What's going on, Malcolm McQuarrie? What's going on, Anthony Jones? Can I explain to you why Paulie Malignaggi is a fucking moron? Just straight off the cuff. So you guys just, as if we didn't already know. You mean Antonio Margarito? What is that? I guess I'm getting this a little late. But anyway, let me do this real quick because I have to do it. Okay. First and foremost, didn't I tell y'all last week that there was going to be another black dude killed by a police officer this week? Didn't I tell you? Please, can somebody say yes or no? Do I not say it every week? And I'm telling you this week, next week, somebody else is going to get killed by a police officer. Okay? Another black dude is going to get killed by a police officer. I guarantee you, if it's not next week, the week after, it's coming soon. It's coming soon. And haven't I said that multiple times to people? I will elaborate. Thank you, B&B. Thank you, B&B Boxing. I needed permission to expound on this. But I think it's fair to say that I've said that every time this thing has happened because it's predictable and repeatable, right? So this is what this moron says. This is the statement that this guy takes. Police brutality exists for everybody. Oh, and fuck you or your Danny's Ugas too. I hope that motherfucker never gets a fight. Fuck you very much. Your Danny's Ugas. Shut your fucking ass up. Keep buying tight ass suits. Marry a white woman and shut the fuck up. Okay? All right, shut the fuck up. Buy some skinny suits and leave grown folk to talk about their business. We don't give a fuck about what you talking about happened, how much better this is than Cuba. Okay? Fuck out of here with all that. But here you go. So, yes, Powerhouse Watson, I did tell you that, right? And RIP to that man without a doubt. And RIP to the next one. Because it is something that happens on a regular basis to black men. But this is what Paulie Malignaggi said, and I'm going to try to give the argument is articulately said big Derek Graney said, yeah, big dog, you called it. Without a doubt. It's not even hard to call. You know what's going to happen. I never get surprised because it's always going to happen. Oh, it's happened my entire life. Week in, week out. This shit happened my entire life. I'm 50 fucking years old. Okay? I'm 50 years old. Shit happens all the fucking time, dude. All the time. However, right? This is the thing. I'm going to try to make this argument. I'm trying to make this in the way that Paulie Malignaggi would say it, right? I'm going to pay respect to this fucking moron. Police brutality is something that happens to everyone. And most police brutality, most incidents of police brutality involve a white person being brutalized. So, police brutality really is not about race. It is about the relationship between the police who could be considered an occupying force, and the civilians. It is really about big government. It is about government intrusion into the lives of people, right? So so Paulie is basically taking a working class European perspective, because it does happen on a regular basis that police brutality, that white people are the victims of police brutality. Johnny Clark said, you 50 for 9, you look a lot younger, homie. Thank you, man. Hey, we try to keep it up. So isn't that a safe way? Isn't that essentially what he said? Now, somebody tell me if I made an unfair argument, if that's not what he's saying. Because that's what the fuck he's saying. Okay? I guarantee you that's what he's saying. Because it exists. Fuck Ugas. Oh, yeah, Derek J. Fuck Ugas. Ugas is disappointing, dude, because my people are Cuban. So you definitely need to shut the fuck up, homie. Okay? You definitely need to shut the fuck up. Ugas. Shut the fuck up. Completely shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Now, don't make me come around this motherfucker sounding like, anyway. So, fair enough. Am I making this argument correctly? I think I am. And I'm going to do it again so you know I'm not being unfair. I can make this motherfucker agree with me. Right? Is this what you're going to say? Do you believe this is true? Dr. Professor tap dancing around the subject, dog, I'm about to fucking run right through the middle of the fucking subject. That's the truth. I will give you all of those points that more white people, Europeans in America, more European Americans are the victim of police brutality than black people in America. That's a true statement. That police brutality, the type that we're discussing, happens to every community in the United States. That is true. Completely. That there are issues that relate to classes, a class like somebody that is wealthy and some versus somebody that is not wealthy, the class also, you'll find a lot of people more likely that are poorer people that this happens to too, right? So he would use all that to say that obviously because this happens, these are all true, that means that there's no racism. And to that I say, you're a fucking idiot. First of all, there's a study entitled, and let me tell you who this is by. I think this is reputable. The U.S. National Library of Medicine, National Institutes of Health. The National Institute of Health. This is a study that they did, deaths due to the use of lethal force by law enforcement. Findings of National Violent Death Reporting System, 17 states, U.S., United States, 2019 to 2012. They took a look at all fatalities resulting from the use of lethal force by on-duty officers between 2019 and 17 U.S. States. Victims were majority white, 52%, but disproportionately black, 32%, with the fatality rate 2.8 times higher among blacks than whites. Most victims were reported to be armed, 83%. However, black victims were more likely to be unarmed, 14.8%, than whites, 9.4%, or Hispanic, 5.8% victims. Fatalities range among, then they talk about the military officers, Okay? Now, I know why that might hurt some of your little ass brains while what that said. Let me explain it to you. The United States of America, the European American population of the United States of America is roughly 72%. 72% of everybody that is in the United States is a European American. Black people, make sure I wrote this down so I don't stutter over my numbers. Black people, we have, according to the census, 12.6%. 12.6%. Okay? 72.4% European Americans, 12.6% Black Americans. Of the fatalities that they reported, 58% were European Americans and 32% were Black American victims. We'll leave Hispanics and all that out of it, right? Because maybe your Danny's Ugas thinks he's a Hispanic or something. You ain't Hispanic in America, my friend. Use Negro. Anyway, now, so what does that mean? It means that if everything was fair, Paulie, and racial bias and stuff had nothing to do with it, then you shouldn't see any differences based on race. It should be straight up and down. The percentages should match. So if racial bias had nothing to do with it, or not, shouldn't even be anything you consider, then 72.4% of the victims should be white or close to it. 12.6% of the fatality victims should be black, not 32%. So you see that when race comes into the equation, the numbers shift, because only 72 minus 58 is what, 14? So that's 14% lower than their percentage of the population. It's 14 points lower than what it should be if race had nothing to do with it. And the number of blacks dying from police brutality is twice. How many times can you fit 13 into 32? Let's just round them up. 13 to 33. 13 to 33. 13% to 33%. Last time I checked, that's a 20% more than there should be. Should be 20% more, right? How do you explain the differences, Paulie? How do you explain that the likelihood that the victims of the shooting will die 300 times greater for a black person than a white person. 300 times greater, Paulie. 300 times greater that you're going to actually die from the shot. That they're not trying to, they're shooting to kill you. 300 times more likely to die. As a percentage of the population, 2.5 times higher than it should be. While the European American population is 12%, 14% lower than it should be. It means that if I'm just looking at it, maybe an explanation is when they're dealing with, when large numbers are considered, that when dealing on average, when dealing with a European person, that more than they show more restraint there. They show more restraint, which is why 72% of them, 72% of the people that died are not white. Only 58% are. But yet, black people, 300 times more likely to die in the incident. What explanation? Now, if racism doesn't exist, fine. I don't know that racism caused it, but give me, somebody let me know what did. I'd be very interested to know, Dr. Malignaggi, how you plan to explain the differences in those numbers. Or you, Ugas, how are you going to explain the difference between that, between those numbers? Because we're looking facts, right? Not opinion, right? Not opinion. Fuck the fact that you got 30 million, 40 million black people walking around in the United States telling you that racism is here. We the only motherfuckers in the room that can see it. But when your numbers don't even line up, nah, Paulie, I think you're a racist. Because I guarantee you, I just gave you the numbers. There's no way you can get out of that. There's literally no way you can get out of that. It was a study done by the National Institute of Health. Oh, let me guess. That's a government organization. So what they say doesn't matter. That's propaganda. That's the United States saying that. Because, yeah, of course, because the United States government is in the business of making black people look more oppressed than they actually are. Yeah, shit. Maybe slavery was just a scam too. You know, maybe this shit didn't happen. It's just the government trying to get trying to con you. You fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Woo, dog. You gotta be kidding me with some of y'all fools. Please stop. Drew Titan's in the building. Please stop talking to that dude. Seriously, man. Somebody's mama need to go grab that dude by the back of the head and spank him. Just grab him by, he ain't got no more hair. Grab him by the neck and spank that dummy. Please. Do you hear the numbers? I would like a detractor to tell me that something that somebody in here explain to me where I'm missing something. Okay? And I gave you the dude's argument too. He said, I missed what he said. Where can I see it? Oh, let me tell you, Drew Titan. I'll tell you, because I don't mind it today. I don't mind. I'm donating this live stream to the greater good of decent human beings on the planet. Okay. Because it was on, you can see it on Black Fight Fan TV's community page, is where I actually saw what he pulled out. But what he said was this, Drew. He said that with a dude, this is a picture of a dude. If Tamir Rice wasn't bad enough, dog. If Tamir Rice wasn't bad enough, right? If Tamir Rice wasn't bad enough, because when I say that I predict these things are going to happen, dude, there are things that happen every once in a while that do shock me. They do shock me. The Tamir Rice thing, that's shocking to me. it's hard for me to conceive of a human being that would mow down a 12-year-old child for holding a toy gun. And it's even more impossible for me to get my head around people that will fucking try to justify it. Mowing down a 12-year-old kid who was holding a toy and was nowhere near anybody while he was holding it. Just ran him down or mowed him over. Okay, but see, that one blew me away. This one that I just saw blew me away. More than the guns and all that, to see a dude in handcuffs with a guy with his knee on his neck and his hands in his pockets, just looking like there ain't nothing going on while he's got this dude's neck contorted. He was killing this dude and he knew it. Dead on fucking tape, looking you in your eye. I was like, what the fuck? This dude needs to be under the jail. Way under the jail. Way. Man, get the fuck out of here, dude. Get out of here, man. Fuck out of here, man. Not good morning to you. Fuck you this morning. You're famous. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You will never. I don't know why they ain't letting you on the shows you used to go harass. But dog, get out of here, man. I offered you $100 fucking bucks to go pocket for pocket. You didn't go. You ain't getting on saying nothing on my channel, dog. Over the money. Because it's a money issue with you. It was a money issue with you. Tripping. Faking the funk, dog. Cost me $100, man. Faking the funk. Faking the funk, dog. Need to be a dude, that dog. But look, so that was shocking. But he said that it happens to everybody. Because it happens to everybody, that's his evidence for there not being any racism. That's with him obviously not looking at all looking at all about who was actually getting killed and what is going on. And the only way to look at that is through a statistical analysis of the deaths that actually take place. And if you spend 2 seconds doing any research on it, besides what you know in your own brain, dude, you just know it. Damn it, there's 30 million people complaining about it, and they're all just making this shit up. That's what Paulie was. It's like Paulie was like trying to talk down to people too. Oh, well, if you now let me try to do not overboard. With a moron like this, I don't even have to put anything extra into the shit. Okay. I just give you what the motherfucker said. Right. So he was like, it happens to everybody, and you guys would have so many more people rallying to your cause if you would just stop saying that it was related to race and just that it's related to, just standard government oppression, right? Like you trying to recruit a motherfucker to join your political party or something. Fuck out of here. I understand that perfectly fucking well that working class people get the shaft all over the place. Black people are working class people. We know what the fuck it is. The difference between having money and not having money. And it coming from a lower income area where the police might handle you a little more roughly than uptown. Everybody understands that that's the situation. There's tough Italian dudes go. Everybody has dealt with it. Mexicans deal with it. Poor white people deal with it. Everybody's dealt with police brutality and understand that that is real. But dude, just because that's real doesn't mean racism isn't. Like, how the fuck you make that leap from it? Everybody else has hard time, so it has nothing to do with racism. This is not 1800. Dude, it's not 1800, motherfucker. 1965 was the Voting Rights Act. Nice way to cut 165 years off of the motherfucking official end of secondhand citizenship for black people in America. That shit that ended in 1965, moron, not 1800. The fuck you kidding me? Bombs were getting churches were getting bombed out when I was a little kid. It's not the 1800s. Like, dude, come on, Showtime. You're right, though. But see, people got on my noob, Brian Custer, for saying, hey, man, a guy shouldn't lose his job for saying stuff like that. You're right. Because I would hate to lose my job for saying what I'm about to say about his ass. Because that shit is insulting. It's insulting. The stupidity is insulting. I mean, it's like, where are you pulling this shit from? Well, we know where you're pulling it from, Paulie. Because that's your argument. Your argument is a working class Italian viewpoint of the world. Life is rough. Pull yourself up by your own bootstraps type of dumb shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Clay Merv, Bernard Fanon, you're a legend in Iceland. Man, we all throw darts at your calendars. Oh, is that is? You got darts in my calendar? I got calendars? Oh, in Iceland. You telling me they don't like me in Iceland? Shit. Can you tell me something I could give less than a fuck about? I mean, damn, dude, you really got to think hard for some shit I don't care about more than what motherfuckers in Iceland think about me. Are you kidding me? You got to remind me every once in a while, like on a yearly basis, that Iceland exists. Like, dude, y'all need to get out of there, dude, and give it back to polar bears, man. Okay? Even though I think Iceland is warmer than Greenland. I think Greenland isn't that the Greenland, the colder, Paulie's pops a mafia snitch. I mean, whatever, man. Just, it's ridiculous, man. Kane Bad Guy said, I've been followed, harassed, and arrested on my way to job. Dog, man, dude, everybody has. Everybody, dude, come on, man. Everybody has, dude. Everybody has. Everybody has. That clown, those clowns are only ones acting like that shit don't fucking exist. You just lying. You motherfuckers lying to yourselves. But you got at the same time admits it happened. So, but at least you got a justification for it, right? You're like, it just happens to everybody. As if that shit's right. You know what I mean? But you discrediting what people are saying is going on. Sticking your nose in fucking business that ain't even yours. Just shut your ass up. Matt Newcomb said, when they hate, donate, man. Much appreciation, man. Much love. I would say that, but I think that's a boxing ego. I think that's boxing ego's thing. Darren Huckabee said, Fanon, H Money told me to tell you he wants his 100 plus another 50 for taking ages with what you borrowed and not delete this, please. When he will have the money. What? Told me to what? Man, shut the fuck up, dude. I mean, like, dude, you about to get thrown out of here. Are you H-Town? Are you H Money? Does H really mean Huckabee? Hey, Darren, is that your real name? Huckabee? Because that H works with that last letter in that name. Is that you? Did you just give up your real name, dog? Did you just give up? I'm going to delete that comment just so you don't give up your real name, dog. Put you up out of here, homie. He told you to tell him, yeah. Nice name. Nice to meet you, Darren Huckabee. I guess we know who you are now, huh? Anyway, M.A. said he stared the camera down. Also, while people told him he was killing the man, he was unbothered by the brother describing the PD Academy tactics. Yeah, dude. Come on, man. Dude, but you know, there's some things though that you don't need to even get in that deep about. Larry Smith said, dang, Fanon, you have haters all the way in Iceland. Congratulations. These trolls are crazy. Yeah, dude, I'm world famous, dog. I'm world trolled. I've been trolled by every continent, homie. Every continent. South American trolls. I got North American trolls for days. You know what I mean? I got some definitely got the cats from the Philippines ain't necessarily trolls, but they will let you have one if you make a Manny Pacquiao video they don't like. They'll give it to you there. They'll call you every kind of son of this, son of that, or whatever. Yeah, Africa for sure. Plenty in Africa. Definitely some in the UK. Definitely UK. Yeah, all over the place. Yeah. The hate is worldwide for the kid, dog. Got supporters in the same places, though. So I got more supporters there than I got haters. So pretty much anywhere. So I'm okay with that. I'll take it. You know what I mean? What What's going on, Calvin Johnson? He says, salute to you, King and the squad. Yeah, salute to you. Charlton Smith said, Fury cheated, period. Hey, dude, I don't know. I'm just going to leave it as I don't know. But I'm going to, hey, I'm actually in this particular situation, I would like to say that I'm the one being unbiased. I'm unbiased because I'm saying, oh, if he said it, let's see if it happened. It's reasonable. Oh, plenty in Africa. Them Nigerians, them AJ fans. I done got called all kind of names up out of Africa. What? I mean, you know, they don't come. Shut up. Hey, bring him in here if he barks again. Haters in different area codes. Yeah, dog. Different area codes, different time zones, different hemispheres. I got multiple hemispheres, dog, of haters, man. But it's okay. I don't mind. It is like today, this had to be said. I had to chalk this one up for the crew, dude. But as far as him cheating, I'm being unbiased. I see both sides. I can see why somebody would say they don't think shit's real. And I see why some people think that shit's real in a motherfucker. I'm like, hey, I see both. What happened to the unbiased? Why ain't people unbiased anymore? Why ain't they unbiased anymore? Why has it got to be, this is ridiculous, there's no way? That's not unbiased. You're not willing to look objectively at the facts and just say, hey, let's see. You're telling me the facts don't matter. There are no facts because it's impossible. You can't do what's already been done. It's already been done up. Man, you never caught Margarito. And if you didn't catch Margarito, he ain't the only one you ain't caught now. What about Mexico? Oh, for sure. Yeah, not a lot, though. Because I can't tell. Because I live in Texas. So technically, I mean, like, actually, I should be already living in Mexico. So I'm sure, yeah, Mexicans, I can't tell you whether somebody's from Mexico or not, though. You know what I mean? Fury 100% cheater. That's his resume. Steroid, cocaine, left glove. Come on. Yeah, it is bad, dude. But and he's also lost his dome. That dude thinks he's getting $250 million a fight next. He thinks his ass is just going to be the man with that dough. I don't see it, dude. He got 2 fights. He's got 2 fights. And then what? Who's going to sign Tyson Fury to a $300 million contract? DAZN? Who's going to sign him to that contract? It's got to be some. Do you think Bob Arum's going to pay you $300 million, dude? Bob Arum? Man, please. Man, please. You are bugging. He ain't never had the highest paid. Maybe, has he? Maybe Oscar De La Hoya for a short amount of time with Top Rank might have been the highest paid guy in boxing. Maybe Oscar De La Hoya, but it ain't been. He ain't known for generosity, homie. Do you watch boxing televised on Mexican TV? Most times the fights, like I'll rewatch them. Like if there's fights, most of the fights that I see that will come on like Telemundo, is it Telemundo or is that the or in that, like most of those fights I get to see, I'll watch like later and I'll watch them on YouTube and then I'll watch them in Spanish, but not a lot of time real time. Not a lot of real time. I don't watch them a lot of time because I don't think about doing it in real time. I probably should. A lot of those fighters are up and coming fights too. And much love, Tim, my man Larry Smith in the building. Much love. Thank you so much for that super chat. He says, great case content, bro. The truth is rare in these media days. Hey, I appreciate you, man. But this shit, just come on, man. Stop with the corny shit, man. Ain't in our lifetime. Said freaking ridiculous. Ain't in our lifetime. What's that, Thrill Hill? Yeah, that dude. Yeah, he ain't dog. He ain't about to get paid like that. Because I said he's not getting 20, 30 million from nobody because they all know he's dirty. But there ain't nobody ain't nobody interested in Tyson Fury like that. Tyson Fury and the dudes need to be glad people are talking about all the glove gate and all that shit. Other than that, it would be them corny ass articles they keep writing about him, trying to make his ass look like trying to make him look like Beaver Cleaver. Man, that's Tyson Fury. You stop with the upstanding citizen crap. This dude is low down and dirty, man. You know he low, and his daddy. You know his daddy's low down and dirty. You know that dude ain't right. That dude ain't right in the dome at all. The WBC Wild Boar champion. Oh, that boy, dude. The dude bribed and didn't even pay up. Bribed him and didn't even pay up. Come on, man. Could have paid the dude, the guy with the boar meat. Could have paid him. Didn't even pay him. 30 million or 300,000 for Tyson Fury 3-0. You put 300,000. I think you mean 300 million for Tyson Fury 3-fight deal. They must be both greedy and delusional. Yeah, that's just. I think he does have. Now he does have. If he can get past Deontay Wilder, he does have an Anthony Joshua fights. But I don't know where he's going to get. They're going to get $100 million for, unless they're talking about going over to. Yeah, maybe he's talking about them laundering some of that money through him. maybe some of that Saudi Arabian money. He might be talking about some of that Saudi Arabian money that they over there throwing away their what do you call it? Sports cleaning or whatever that is. Sports whatever it is where they use sports as a way to try to sell the idea that, I'm looking at this, trying to distract people from like their, war atrocities, shit like that. And they willing to look, that type of shit. The dude is dealing with an arms dealer out in Ireland. Like, God, dog, these dudes are brazen with they're brazen. They're brazen. What's the likelihood if you accused him of dealing with the fight being arranged by an arms dealer, that people would say, you're a liar, if it wasn't for the fact that everybody knows it's true? That's just like brazen. You know what I mean? It's like right in your face. It said Fury versus White. Yeah, like Dillian White is more just insulting because that's the only way anybody gonna talk about him. I have stopped talking about Dillian White. I haven't said anything about Dillian White in weeks. Probably don't think that I will be. Because every time he says something, I think, what a jerk. Like, just a jerk, man. His insults of people aren't even like he's just like calling people pieces of shit and, scum, dirtbag, liar, sissy, all that. Dog, yeah, dude, you ain't that good, man. Ain't nobody that afraid of you. You ducked out a lot of fights, man. I expect Fury power to remain in every fight from here out. We'll see. Not if it's those gloves, dog, because people are looking at that. Better believe people have heard that. People are going to be on them gloves, like something tough. And the people that are watching the fights there, dude, I'll put it this way. If Tyson Fury didn't cheat, well, hey, man, the price that he's going to pay for it being said is that people are going to be watching him extremely closely. Extremely, extremely closely. The next pair of gloves he puts on, them shits better flop. That motherfucker better flop. Better flop. And they better look at it and understand that that's natural flopping. Okay? His shit better not get clean all of a sudden. Right? See, that's another thing too. If you're dirty, not cheating anymore, dog, that shit'll bust you too. Because people weren't looking for the gloves flipping all over the place. You know what I mean? They might not really been trying to think for a second. How could I get some egg weights in some gloves if I really wanted to? How can I do that? Right? And they might try to prevent against it. I would hope. Carlton Smith, brother, listen, Wilder and Fury, is this the great white hope, the modern day Rocky syndrome, So WBC going to let him stay champ, White Hope? Nah, I mean, dude, he won a fight. I don't think it's just that. He's a champ. I ain't gonna put that shit on the WBC. I see a lot of that about I don't have any problem with WBC and what they've done, man. I don't think they did anything. Tyson Fury won the fight. I don't see any reason why he would. Now, I don't believe that Tyson Fury is running around telling the WBC, if he was cheating, he'd run around telling the WBC about it. I don't think that the WBC really has done anything real. I got problems with the WBC related to shit that they've done, mainly in the lightweight divisions and in the middleweight division, but not anything related to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has cheated, dog. That's Tyson Fury. That's who I put on. That's who I think the cheater is, Tyson Fury. And I know he's a cheater. So again, I know I've said that a million times, but he is a cheater. You cannot get out of that. Anybody like to get out of that? I'll take a caller. I'll take a caller if anybody thinks they can get their way out of that one. How he's not a cheater. It was 5 years ago. Oh, it was 5 years ago? Thank you. So he was a cheater. So he cheated 5 years ago. That makes him a cheater. Thank you very much for your admission. Let's keep it popping. Who's getting, you know what? I realize I can't even see these. Deontay Wilder, that guy got exposed as a weak boxer. Yeah, you're not a boxing fan. Okay. Debo Mac 2. That guy got exposed as a weak boxer. You're not really a boxing fan because you would not say the words weak boxer if you were. That tells me you're really not completely comfortable with the subject matter at hand. Okay, that was very awkward. It was very awkward. Didn't sound like somebody that's really a boxing fan. He got exposed as a weak boxer. Nah, I don't buy it. I don't think you know what you're talking about. Because Deontay Wilder's never been called a weak boxer. He's actually a very strong boxer. And everybody's say his power is the only thing that goes. He didn't get exposed as a weak boxer. And $100 million Fury fights, no way, dude. Some of these people spend some money, man. Like, I would say, I remember, dude, I hope somebody actually saw the video or remembers the video. People saw it when it came out. But when somebody asked me who I thought Canelo was going to sign with, I was like, well, most likely it would seem that he would have to sign with Showtime. Because Showtime is the only people that had a pay-per-view model where he could afford to get $35 million. Hey, man, much love to Cali Enigma in that super chat, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. My man said, came to back as that's casual talk. That's the only language trolls know. No, yeah. Like, that's real. Yeah. You get what I'm saying. I ain't got to explain it anymore. You came across like you don't watch boxing. Like you don't really know the terminology smoothly enough for me to buy what you're talking about. And that's perfect. That is casual boxing talk. That's when you're being casual about it as a weak boxer. No, you're saying that he can't box. That's how you would say. Next lie you tell, say he got exposed because he can't fight, that he doesn't know how to box, right? When actually it wasn't the boxing that caused the problem. It was the size and the aggression that caused the problem. And some people say raw knuckles and egg weights and some doping. But it is what it is, man. How is he weak when his corner had to save him from himself? He quit. They said he quit too. That'll be the next thing, that he quit. Oh, there ain't no, and did you notice this? It wasn't like, oh, they had to drag Deontay Wilder out of the ring and save him from himself. That wasn't the story. Can anybody tell me what the story was? Right? It wasn't Deontay Wilder wanted to go out like a warrior. He wanted to go out on the shield. He never quit because he didn't. His corner threw in the towel, but he was taking a beating like a man. He was in there trying to throw hands, trying to do something. He was still fighting. He didn't show cowardice in that fight. But what did they say? What was the story? He's ungrateful. He fired his trainer, which wound up not being true. Which wound up not even being true. Blame the headgear, the fight on the headgear. Y'all ain't never heard him say it. That's a fucking conspiracy. That's not actually a conspiracy. That's a rumor that he blamed it on his suit and had it going for weeks in the press. For weeks. Some shit he didn't even say. Ran that man down for weeks on something he didn't even say. That's some shadiness right there, dog. That's some shade. And still act like he said it. Still act like he said it. Eavesdropping. Some reporter eavesdropping on a private conversation and mistook a private conversation. That's the word. What a shame. What a shame. Yeah, I had people telling me, using him as an example as a quitter in a basketball practice. I had to walk up to the coach and be like, dude, he never said that. He's like, yeah, because that's good to know, because if he had said it, man, that was so weak. Like, dude, he never said that. He didn't do that. You can't find. I was like, man, you're not going to be able to go out and see him on a podium with a mic in his face saying, yeah, the reason I lost was because this headgear. Never said it. These people don't play fair. You don't play fair. You don't play fair, and you don't like it when people push the envelope on your boy, because they pushing the envelope on your boy because you guys just go over the pot. You guys been tearing Deontay Wilder down for so long. Man, please. And have been getting in the ring trying to cheat the dude for so long. Powdered plastic, just add water, really shady business, shameless fury. Carlo Realis said, powdered plaster, just add water, real shady business, shameless fury. Right, like you can't find a way to pass some gloves. And they could have been, right? So if they get a little wet, which they can easily get. Crazy. But all I'm saying, I don't know how people cheat. I know that people will cheat, though. All Deontay needs is a fighter that doesn't cheat. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. Tyson Fury is a very good fighter, man. But that power, switching on to that power was really, really, really kind of shocking for me, man. So anyway, man, let's talk about some other boxing matches. Any matchups you guys want to talk about? Let me know. Put the comments in there with the big Fanon in it. Makes it easy to see. Also, that way, or if you want to, you can put it in the super chat. Not necessary, but that'll guarantee I actually see it. Robert Sorensen, Mike Tyson will be 54 years old on June 30th, 2020, and regardless of his future, will always be known as Iron Mike, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world and boxing Hall of Famer. Without a doubt, he's Mike Tyson. You don't even got to put the rest of that in there. He's going to be remembered as Mike Tyson. Most people couldn't even tell you what that he was the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world or not. Most people don't know enough about boxing to even know that. It's something that there is. You know what I mean? That's a hardcore boxing term. The undisputed heavyweight champion of the world and a boxing Hall of Famer, they don't know anything about that. They know who Mike Tyson is. Mike Tyson is one of the three big Mikes of the 1980s. Is the zone going under? I don't know. I know that they are looking to either invest more investment capital into it, or they're looking to sell. So they're under financial duress. That's the only thing that I know. But so is everybody else. In my opinion, what makes the zone a slightly different scenario and slightly more risky is their business model, which does not seem from the outside looking in, as if it is the most solid thing on the planet. Overpaying a couple fighters and operating at a massive loss. for the hopes of being bought, because I know they're looking forward to getting bought. That's obvious in the way that they are going about their business, but operating at that big a loss, I don't know if it's really that, and it's not that, and you're not even really getting any. Their product is not noticeably better than anybody else's. You know what I mean? Slightly worse than Fox's, in my opinion. P.S. His trainer threw in the towel. Yeah, had to throw in the towel. No doubt about it. Carlo Realist, when will Wilder finally give the LDBC family an interview? I mean, I don't know. I suspected he hasn't. I didn't know that he hasn't. Whenever he feels like doing it, I'm sure. He's never been shy about giving 78 Source TV interviews. That's been going on for years. I don't see it changing anytime soon. Juniper B said, Fanon, Arum said Wilder could be cheated, could be cheated in Vegas. No, couldn't be. Did I mess up the title? Nope, it says Deontay Wilder could not be cheated in Las Vegas, says Bob Arum. So, nah, I am saying it as it is. No, he did not say. He said that he could not be. That seems silly to me. Quite silly. Because people can cheat anywhere. So, Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. I have Teofimo Lopez in some type of win over Vasily Lomachenko. I think that Lomachenko is long in the tooth, and Teofimo Lopez is perfectly positioned to pull that fight off. And it seems like would be in the best interest of Bob Arum for it to happen. That's what I would say. I think it's in Bob Arum's best interest. He would be very fortunate if Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko, because that gives him the number one lightweight in the world, being Teofimo Lopez. And though, we might say, well, how would Teofimo Lopez do against Devin Haney or Gervonta Davis? It would be up to Bob Arum about whether that fight happens or not. And he would wait. I do believe he would wait to see, how that win would affect the popularity of Teofimo Lopez. Because if after a victory over Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez really does, that translates into increased popularity, significant increase in popularity from Teofimo Lopez, I think it might be more difficult to make those other fights, And by all that, I mean, if he has fights and the tickets fly, damn, with this shit going on with these tickets, who knows? But that's my thing. I think, Teofimo Lopez in the matchup is really dangerous for Vasily Lomachenko, because Teofimo Lopez hits so hard, and I do think he cracks like that with both hands. And so he's bigger, he's younger, and he really can crack, which makes, a lot of, like, I don't know how, if Orlando Salido could punch, really, really crack, like, if Orlando Salido could crack like Teofimo Lopez, dog, that could be an ugly ass fight for Vasily Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Because Vasily Lomachenko does get hit. He does get hit. And Teofimo Lopez has way more crack than Jorge Linares or Luke Campbell or anybody that Lomachenko has fought. That's a big step up in power. You know what I mean? With that kid. Because that kid will take your head off, man. Justin State to get my cash. Much love in that super chat. I said, I want to see Beterbiev versus Bivol for unification. Yeah, that would be good. I think there's going to be a destruction. 7 rounds, 8 rounds, maybe a late round stoppage. I think that I would take that as a potentially a late round stoppage for him. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. He said, yeah, I'm with you for 9. Lopez beats Lomachenko and becomes top-ranked star. Lomo goes back down to 130. Yeah, that's a scenario that I think really works for top rank. I think that's a good look there for Lomachenko. Robert Sorensen said, another outstanding program with Fanon. He keeps it real. Thanks, man. I try to, man. I isolate myself from people, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I know that there's people that, you lose friends along the way. Because the longer you talk and the more you have shows and express your opinion, the more people see who you are. And some people don't like that. But it is what it is. I appreciate you guys coming to speak with me. I really do. That thing with Paulie had me hot because that's ridiculous. And I really wish he just shut up, mind his business. Like, if it doesn't exist, then shut up talking about it. Okay? How about that? All right? If it's that irrelevant, then you make it irrelevant and stop talking about it. Trying to convince black people that what they see ain't real. Like, just shut up. You're obnoxious. You're never gonna meet that goal of doing that. So why don't you just cut to the chase and just shut up and vote for who you vote for, do what you want to do, think what you want to think. But shut up. Because ain't nobody walking up to you talking to you about what Italians go through. I ain't never even heard anybody say anything that working class white people don't have a hard time or don't have issues. Right? The damn sure don't get out there preaching to you about it and what you need to do to change your life. You know what I mean? And fuck you and your support, dude. Sorry, man. Deontay's doctor after Fury fight said he was hit with a metal-like object. Hey, man, I think that is worth an investigation. My position remains the same. I think that is worth an investigation. Period. And I don't think it deserves an outright dismissal. And an outright dismissal tells me that you're being biased because you're not even willing to look at the facts. You're not willing to say, well, let me talk to Deontay Wilder. Let me talk to the people that said it. What did they say happened? Bob Arum didn't want to hear anything about what a doctor said. The doctor said it was like a blunt object. It couldn't possibly happen in Las Vegas. Could never happen in Las Vegas. Now, what else is he going to say? Yeah, well, we're going to investigate it. That would be a shocker. You know what I mean? That would be a shocker. Even if it was true, that would be a shocker. Fire Paulie. No, let Paulie keep his job, man, but just shut up talking about it. I don't think he should be fired for that. There's no reason to fire him from his job from that. I will not be, let me be clear though. I will not be paying for that though. You know what I mean? I am not going to pay for that. What doctor though? Who knows? A doctor, the doctor he spoke to. If the doctor said it to him, it's the doctor he spoke to. What, you want to see the doctor's credentials or something? Like, you're gonna call on the play that there's a doctor? It's the doctor that told him. You think I was gonna say Marcus Welby, MD? Something? Come on, man. What do you think? He's gonna talk about a dentist or something? You're so dismissive so quickly. That makes me suspicious that you dismiss things so quickly. You could not possibly have given them a great amount of thought. If you just heard it and you reject it offhand, couldn't happen. It's impossible. Really, you've conducted studies on this to determine the impossibility of this thing? I said a professional doctor. Yeah, but it could be a doctor of, doctor of Scientology. Is it a doctor of Scientology? You don't believe it. I get it. That's cool. Reasonable for you to doubt it, but I would think that you'd want to ask some questions. Dog Hauser, MD, hell yeah. Doogie Howser. He thinks it's Doogie Howser. That's not Doggy Howser. Doogie Howser. No, it's not Doogie Howser, man. Who knows? You got to go find somebody that knows. All I'm telling you is, hey, man, I find the most interesting thing in this story to be the fact the people who just dismiss it offhand when you protest too much. That's too quick. You know what I mean? That's too quick. You take longer to figure out you take longer to pick a hamburger out than you took to think about that. You know what I mean? You didn't ask any questions about it. Not all. And he even said, hey, well, Wilder wouldn't have said that. He denied that Wilder would have even said it. Obviously, the dude asked him if he would sue somebody, and he said, we can't sue anybody for that because, we wouldn't recover enough to buy, to buy us a pack of cigarettes. Fanon, is the doctor's testimony enough to have a trial? A trail? You said trial? I mean, for what? For what? Against who? I mean, you got to prove, yeah. Deontay Wilder suing dudes from that's going to be tough because you got to prove where that injury came from, that it didn't happen somewhere else or whatever. I don't know. I wouldn't think that that's going anywhere, though. Fury is taller than Wilder, has a reach advantage, outweighs about 30 pounds, and he still had to use dirty tactics to win. Yeah, he's definitely was using a lot of dirty tactics now. The lot of rabbit punches, definitely neck wrenches. There's a lot of stuff going on in there, man. A lot of stuff going on in there, dude. Tyson Fury brought a bat to a boxing match. That's what they're saying. Snacks B says, salute, chat. Salute to you, man. Anyway, man, it's all fun. All right. Putting a wrench upside his head. I don't know, man, if it happened or not, though. I'm just saying that, hey, don't tell me it couldn't. Another ask. Okay, thanks, Robert Sorensen. Yeah, man, not a lot of comments. It's a slow day today, man. I'm having fun, though. What else is there? I noticed. Gervonta Davis said he's going hardcore in his training too, to whoop Leo Santa Cruz. Leonard Ellerby says, not that Tank better not overlook Leo Santa Cruz. I think that might be the one time ever that I'm willing to go out on a limb and say that it's impossible for Leo Santa Cruz to beat Gervonta Davis. I might break my cardinal rule and say that something is not impossible. Man, because it's not impossible, but whoa, is it highly improbable. I don't see that for nothing. I'm on the road headed back to DeSoto. Okay, that's what's up, man. I hope you travel safely. Keep a mask in the car. I'll say Junior said they want black people to show doctor statements, but believe the suit excuse lie without audio or video proof, and truth isn't their goal. It's dismissal because they wanted Wilder to lose. Yeah, pretty much, dude. Just ran with it. Got no proof whatsoever and ran with it. Oh, I got a headline here. Oh, man, they were looking forward to that too. Justin State to get my cash. Who is Bud fighting next? Alexander Boost Putin. Nah, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't doubt if it was him, though. I have a suspicion that they're going to pull him out soon. They're going to pull him out sooner or later. But I know he's up on that PED. He's appealing that his PED suspension. But everybody else seems, if he's in the United States, I don't know, man. Seems like probably Brooke, I think, is a good chance for Brooke. If they lighten the travel restrictions over in the UK, that could probably be one that happened. I don't buy the Manny Pacquiao thing, Now, I don't think anybody really buys the Manny Pacquiao video. I mean, the Manny Pacquiao idea. Now, how long are you waiting before going back outside? I'm already going outside. I'm just staying away from people when I go outside. Yeah, man, I'm still outside, still going outside. No difference. You know what I mean? Yeah, I said, all you trolls, what are you trying to get Fanon to say? Asking all these questions about the doctor. The information is out. Use it how you see. You see how I use them? Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly, dude. Whatever, man. They don't believe. They don't believe it. That's cool. Some people believe it. You don't believe it. That's all it really amounts to. Why do they, man? Because of us. First and foremost, they hate him because of us. The people that are talking shit hate him because of us. Some of them will hate him because they really like their guy. You know, the Brits, I get that. You know, whatever, man. They're feeling high on the hog in the heavyweight division. That's what they feel like they're running it. So cool. You know, they don't want to hear it. So that's fine. You don't want to hear it. Other people in the United States, because of us. If we like Deontay Wilder, dude, the exact group of other people would wind up liking him, loving him to death. If we were saying Deontay Wilder sucked and Anthony Joshua's the greatest and he's the best, they'd be screaming, swearing up and down by Deontay Wilder. Dog, the boxers are birthed from the fans, not the other way. You know what I mean? You get big in a certain group of boxing fans. You get to a certain point where you can make money because other groups of boxing fans want to watch you. But you come up with your fanship in the same, you know, pretty much in established groups of boxing fans. And that's what I think the big thing is. If we love Deontay Wilder, they would hate Deontay Wilder. That's it. That's it. And they love the fact that they think that the American heavyweight is dead. There's a bunch of American boxing fans that are glad the American heavyweight is dead. That's really the saddest part of it, is the American fight fans really are happy that the American heavyweight lost. And that so now they get to go back and be nostalgic about Mike Tyson. Trying to be nostalgic about Mike Tyson. Like, man, get out of here. Mike Tyson ain't about to beat nobody in no boxing match. They still don't believe Wilder knocked Fury unconscious despite the video evidence. Yeah, he laid him out, but you know, Tyson Fury got up too. And he got up. He did manage to get to his feet and stand up. He got a couple of the benefits. He definitely got a nice benefit of the doubt, though, on that. Just like he got a nice benefit of the doubt against Otto Wallen when Otto Wallen opened his eye up. And he fought with his face half hanging off for 10 rounds. And there was no doubt that they were not going to stop that fight. When anybody else, the fight would have been stopped. He's gotten the benefit of he's got some nice benefits of the doubt. You know? For now, Prime Cotto versus Danny Garcia at 140. Who you got? Miguel Cotto. That's a tough fight. It's a tough fight. I'm not overwhelmed by Miguel Cotto. And I'm not underwhelmed by Danny Garcia. I don't know. Maybe Danny Garcia. I think Danny Garcia's got a shot to pull it off over Miguel Cotto. I think he definitely has a chance to pull it off. I think he's just as big. And Miguel Cotto Miguel Cotto does fight on his back foot, but he comes forward a lot. So there's definitely a chance for Danny Garcia to let his hands go. You know, but the same pick would be Cotto, but I think Danny Garcia could give him some work. Danny Garcia got a chance. I hear y'all talking about Cotto, but Cotto can get his ass caught too. Cotto can get caught. Shit, Cotto lost to Manny. Little ass Manny. Put some of them gloves, put some plaster in Danny's gloves. His ass get beat up like, just kidding. Yeah, I know y'all feel it's Cotto. I mean, I would probably lean towards Cotto, but because Cotto's a little more versatile. Did you miss a lot? What's going on, Mel Brazil? Salute to you. Yeah, you missed the show because I'm about to roll. It's been a lot of fun, man, but I got to bounce. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow, though. That ain't no biggie. Thank you for coming through. But anyway, it is what it is. Much love to everybody in the chat. Make sure you go to KQKC Boxing, who's coming up next. And with that, I'm out. Peace.